Hi, I'm Steven, and in this episode, I'm going to try and learn how to yo-yo on a slackline. The yo-yo is incredibly old. So old that since 1000 BC, both the Greeks and the Chinese have attempted to claim ownership of the idea. Regardless of its origins, it has become a universal symbol for the word toy. And over the thousands of years that it's existed, there are some pretty cool tricks that have been invented that I'd like to try and learn. The other skill in this episode is slacklining, which when broken down to its basics is walking along suspended flat webbing which can be attached pretty much anywhere. First invented in the 80s, it has grown increasingly more popular over time, allowing for further interpretations such as yoga lining, tune lining, and now yo-yo lining. For this episode, I'm going to spend the next 3 months learning how to slackline, then I'll learn how to perform some cool yo-yo tricks and try and do those skills at the same time, way too high in the air. This is the very difficult niche sport episode. Not having learned anything about either of these skills yet, slacklining is the one that I think is going to be the most difficult and obviously the most dangerous. So I thought it would make sense to start learning that one first. To get started, I met up with Spencer Seabrook, who 2 years ago broke the world record for the furthest free solo of all time. He slacklined 64 meters across a cavern 290 meters in the air without a harness. You're standing there like it's nothing. I've never done this before, and to me that seems impossible. So how do I get to the point where I'm comfortable enough to stand in there like you are?
Well, practice makes perfect. You have to remember it's not so much about getting across the line as it is just balancing. So standing in one place and being able to balance is the key to being able to be comfortable on the line.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so step one, I'm gonna take your hand. I'm gonna more or less help you just so that you don't hurt yourself on your first try.
Sounds like an excuse to hold my hand.
Pick a focus point at the very end. I like to look right at the end of the line.
Okay.
And just, So focus at the end, and you want to just press into it and stand up. Once you get your weight on, it's going to feel better.
Jeez Louise. I'm not faking that. What do you think the most important things I can do to succeed at this skill are?
Practice. That's literally the only way you're gonna get better at this is by spending time on the line.
After meeting with Spencer, I found out that in addition to learning how to walk on the slackline, I was also gonna need to learn how to stand up on it without using the ground. We asked the current highlining women's world record holder to explain.
Hi, I'm Mia Noblet. I currently hold the Highline Women's World Record by walking 614 meters across Canyon Espraiado in Brazil. One of the skills you'll have to learn is how to stand up on the highline without using the ground. I suggest the chongo mount. You need to learn how to stand up on the highline because if you step on the line and fall in the no-fall zone, the cliffs could catch you before your harness does.
So my plan to pull off this challenge is first, learn how to slackline at least 40 feet. While I'm doing that, I'm going to be learning at least 5 different yo-yo tricks. Then I'll learn how to chongo mount and finally do both of them at the same time on a slackline way too high in the air. Pretty comfortable at walking this. It's been about 5-6 hours, and I think the next step is going to be taking this guy outside and seeing if I can walk across it. Very curious to see how this feels compared to downstairs. Ooh, feels quite a bit different. Interesting. Oh, yeah! The director of the show, who is also my brother, thinks that slacklining across this swamp It's gonna make me better at slacklining. After a few weeks of practice, I was getting fairly confident with my ability to walk on the slackline. I still had plenty of work to do, but figured it was a good time to start learning about the basics of modern-day yo-yoing. So I met up with Charles, an incredibly talented yo-yoer, to get some tips and learn about how the sport has gone from throwing a yo-yo up and down to this.
In like 1990s, or I'm not sure of the exact year, this guy Tom Kuhn basically implemented ball bearings into yo-yos. And that just opened up this like huge world where it spanned for a lot longer, and then the yo-yo shapes changed and they became wider, and you could just do so many more things. So you hold it like this.
Yeah.
And you're gonna basically make a muscle.
Okay.
And like extend, and at the end you're just gonna unravel your hand like that.
Okay. First attempt at yo-yoing.
Okay, that was like pretty good throw. You just hit the ground, which killed your spin time. Yeah.
What?
Tug it. See, that's it, man.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
Nice.
Wow.
Right on.
After meeting with Charles, he gave me some suggestions for tricks that he thought would be cool to learn for the slackline, and I got to work. Even though I've only been practicing for an hour, I've really improved. I can almost get this every single time. This is what learning a new trick yo-yoing looks like. This is learning a new trick. Just winding it up all the time until you start nailing it. I would practice the yo-yo 30 to 40 minutes every day, went out to practice slacklining probably once every 3 days, and was learning both of these skills much quicker than I expected. With a week until the finale, I began to practice landing each trick while standing on the slackline. I didn't have the routine or the chongo mount mastered, but was pretty sure I was going to be able to figure it out.
So yeah, when you get out here, you need to learn to fall off safely. Right, so if you feel yourself going, the most important thing is just to kind of let go.
Oh my God.
Right, there's nothing to stop you.
Attempt number 1 of slacklining. No, highlining. Attempt number 1 of highlining. Woo, baby. Oh, this is not comfortable. Oh. 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 You make this look so much easier.
Nice and strong, right? Pick your moment. Woo!
Oh.
So lean back, yeah. Yeah, try putting your leg right over it and then grab on the other side. There you go. Easy. Nice one. Man. First try, that's easy, good. If you can get back on the line, now you can try it an infinite amount of times. Oh.
Shoot.
That's it.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God!
That was great. That was great.
I stood up.
And you're alive. You fell off. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. You got it. Stop. You got it. Nice one, dude. Oh, good job. Oh. See, you like turned, you thought about falling off, and then you like corrected yourself, and then stayed on. Yeah, that's pretty much what it takes.
Putting way too much effort into that.
You've already been up twice. So you gotta do that same thing again. Oh.
I'm so used to falling that my brain is like just preparing to fall. I just gotta remember what it feels like to stand up on the line.
And you're leaning like this, and then you can't bring your foot up.
Yeah.
Right? Because you still have weight on your hand. You need to put all of your weight onto one leg. Nice. Hand. Nice, dude. That was it. That was perfect. You can do it, man, just like we practiced here. That's a good catch. Good balance. Good. You got it, dude.
Just let me stand up one more time. Come on. Other than major injuries, this is the most beat up I think I've ever been in my life. I have like crazy blisters on my hands, bruises all over my body, but I don't want to give up, so I'm gonna give it as much as I can until it becomes just impossible to do it anymore. And if I can't get it, then that's it. Oh God, everything hurts. Come on, Steven. I can't do this! Ah! I just can't, it's like physically impossible for me to do this anymore. It just hurts so much. And I've lost like all confidence in my ability to do it. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to call it. Freaking hate that.
That's how you yo-yo on a high line.
It's far as takeaways go for this episode, the first one is that I love practicing slacklining in the yo-yo. When I had small successes with each, it was incredibly satisfying. The second one is that I came into this finale with too much confidence, and it was ultimately my downfall. I didn't practice the chongo enough or on a long enough slackline before the finale, and it turned out that it was far more difficult to do it high up in the air than I expected. And the last one, sometimes no matter how hard you try, you still have to fail. And you know what? That's okay.